still in Florida. I'm so happy about that. I'm also just suddenly hot. So I think that's hilarious. But I want to show you around a little bit. So right behind me, I guess if I point this way, you can see it better. These are hand-turned bowls made by my friend's father. He just recently passed just a couple years ago. But all of these beauties are done by him, and he ended up being the top in the state of Florida for wood turning. So I think that's pretty cool. There's another whole shelf of them over there and another one in the kitchen. And then I'm gonna kind of slowly do this so I don't spill anything and see if you can see everything. Behind me is Anna and Ian are the two, excuse me, the two amethyst geodes and are the two halves. And then behind or in front of them are Goldie is the big one, the big skull, and Ninja. And then they are sitting on top of another, oh, come on, words. Another geode that is, wow, the merchant stone, holy cow, just left my head. The same kind as Goldie is, for goodness sake. We better just put this down and let me talk, huh? Oh, and then I guess if you look that way, there's a whole shelf that has some more crystals, some more amazing crystals on it. And in front of me are blue fluorite and rose quartz. And they're, I would say a foot across, both of them. So some powerful energy in here. And since I'm suddenly hot, I'm going to do that with my hair. Tonight, we have some wonderful things. I don't have any guests tonight, but I want to tell you a few things. I think it was the first show, maybe, or, one of the first few at least, that I started studying draconic astrology, and I kind of went out of it for a while. I do that because I read like 7 books at a time and listen to one at the same time on audio. So I got a little behind on my draconic, but since I've been here, I've had some time to study again. And I even got so far away that I forgot what the weird chart was in RMI charts. I knew it was for me, but the chart started out, let me see if I can find it. Give me just a second here. It's only labeled me. I should change that and probably put in draconic chart. So I don't know if I can, I don't know if you can see that or not, maybe. But anyway, my sun sign and everything else in Capricorn is in the first house. Well, in normal astrology, my sun is in the 12th house. So I can't remember how this is set up. I should have looked it up before I started talking about it probably. But the reason for draconic astrology is to know more about your destiny and the life that you were meant to live, your purpose in the world. So that's why I've been studying it. So I learned a few things about myself today, a few more things. One of them is that I was built to really communicate well with the rest of the world. Surprise! Good that I'm doing a show, right? Good that I love doing these shows. One of the other things is that I've learned a few things about myself beyond this as well. So I want to talk to you about all kinds of different things tonight. But one of the other things is that having Saturn so prominent in my chart has made it so that I really need to step up my game if I want to be all that I was meant to be in this lifetime. I really need to step up my game in my confidence level. So going and trying out for the part on stage. And I know other people do this all the time, but I was absolutely terrified. I can't even tell you. Tiffany might be able to tell you a little more even. I had to cancel my show because I just was in this severe panic, but I knew I had to go do that, right? And I did a good job, and I even picked up extra songs because one of the other players had to be out, or one of the other singers had to be out. So yes, facing my fears, allowing myself to be more confident in any situation is one of the things that I decided to do while I was down here this time. So one of the main things. I want to say hi to everybody now. Hi, Robert. Glad you're here. Thanks for the donation. I'll get to you in just a bit. Ooh, I know this is going to be weird. So I have my camera way up this time, and usually I have it right on the top of my computer. So it's a little bit different for me this time, and I apologize if I look like I'm looking down at my feet. Yes. Thank you, Tiffany, for posting all of this for the donations. I know I got a new car to pay for. I can't show you pictures of that because I don't think they'll come through. But I have this beautiful, barely used 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Boy, the stuttering's bad tonight. Maybe it's all the energy down here. Yes, got big car maintenance to make. So if you know anybody that can use a reading from me, let them know about me. And please share the show so that we can get lots of good likes. Tiffany says, suddenly hot, LOL. I've been on fire since looking at all those beauties behind you. Yes, you know, she's got enough geodes that there are actually two out on the back porch. It's just stunning pieces. Absolutely amazing. So, Veronica, hi, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Let's see who else is here. Richard's here. Hi, Richard. Good to have you. I'm so excited. So one of the things about me being down here is that when you change your location in astrology, different things can happen to you. So you are slightly different at different places on the planet. This is called, the study of this is called astrocartography. So I don't know that part of astrology very well, but I do know this. When I am down here, I feel like I'm almost at my best. I am glowing. I have really good lines that well, they call them lines. So if you're looking at the heavens and draw a line down through where the earth, you know, where everything meets the earth, if there was an invisible line from that planet to the earth, then those lines show up on astrocartography maps. So Down here, I have a really easy time getting along. I get along with pretty much everybody. It's easy for me to move about in the world. I have more confidence down here. When I'm at home in Billings, it's one of the more challenging places for me. And speaking of Saturn, my Saturn line runs just east of Billings. I would say about 40 miles out from Billings. So it's really, really interesting. And it's easier for me on the eastern side of that line. Now, some of you all have experienced me in different places around the United States now, mostly around Montana, North Dakota, Wyoming, eastern Montana, but even eastern Montana is a lot easier for me than being in my hometown of Billings and where I currently live in Bridger. So you might notice me doing different things. It might be that I stutter down here. It might be that I say a lot when I'm back home. It might be that things just come to my head easier down here, which does happen. It's way easier for me to channel down here, but I've gotten to the point where I can do that automatically in Montana as well. And my mentor down here, I came and told her about that. She was so excited, and I'm so excited because that's a lot of growing for me. So I want to share in that happiness. So, is there anything else I wanted to tell you? I have learned when I was with my mentor, I got to channel Archangel Michael and let's see, 4 different beings. So one was Archangel Michael. One was a group of dragons that hang around me a lot. One was my fairy guide, and then the other one was a goddess that I didn't even recognize. So I don't know if I've mentioned it on the show or not, but a few years ago, I would say probably 4 or 5, I had asked my friend if he could dedicate me to a goddess. I didn't specifically say, just dedicate me to the goddess, don't dedicate me into Wicca. But I was dedicated into Wicca that night that I dedicated to the goddess and took on my magic name, which I don't normally give out. But after that, shortly after that, I went and saw a friend and I said, well, it wasn't exactly like I thought it was going to be. And she said, well, I'm a shaman. Let's dedicate you to whatever you would like. And I said, okay. So she said, what is your passion? And I said, well, I want to teach the world about how to live in the sacred feminine. And I think I might have mentioned part of this last week. But she said, well, then why not dedicate to all the goddesses? And I thought, well, that sounds daunting, right? Can one do that? Yes, one can do that. And I did do that. And it is part of my purpose, I believe, to convey the energy of the sacred feminine. So we sat down and she did this ceremony for me, and we dedicated me to all goddesses of all time through all dimensions. So there are some, that I have never seen before. And this goddess that showed up for me the other day was one that I hadn't seen before. And I know that you can look back through history and you won't find her. So talking to her was very special, and having her talk through me was very special. what she wanted to convey was a thank you to me for taking that task on. So, and part of my work in that is to meditate on conveying the sacred feminine, how that works. And I can tell you that I watched Gone with the Wind, which I know is a lot of people's really favorite movie, but I was looking at it in both wonder, because it's such a good story, right? And it's so heartbreaking at times. And at the same time, oh my Lord, can we really convey the honest, sacred feminine instead of, I mean, I have to give her this. She went, no, I don't remember the main character's name. That's so horrible of me. But she went through everything and she did it. And she didn't really care what it took to get there, right? I hope that we could lean on the universe a little bit more. Allow more to come to us rather than driving to get it, because driving to get it is masculine energy, right? And we're moving into a time of more balance between masculine and feminine. So we need to know what sacred femininity is all about. So that's part of my job. Thank you for listening. Let's get on with a read. Oh, it's a full moon tonight. I believe full moon in Virgo. I haven't actually looked, but let's see. Yes, the moon is in Virgo tonight. It still says gibbous phase in my astrology, but I looked it up on, I don't know, the other app I have, and apparently it's decided that it's a full moon. And it might come in sometime tonight. I'm not sure. That part I don't really pay attention to, but I do know that it does look full. Let's see if I can find what time. No, it doesn't show on here. So it does look full right now. It enters Libra on the 8th at 9:44 a.m. So maybe this is actually considered a full moon in Libra. I'm not sure. Either way, the full moon energies have us going a little more, maybe have our anxieties running a little bit higher than they normally do. They might, I mean, full moons always cause a lot of different weird, maybe, feelings and rise emotions in people. And people do odd things. Ask any emergency room. Oh, I used to work at a hospital. It gets very interesting. So, Shaman Bob, let's give you a reading tonight. Your energy feels like really bouncy tonight. I'm not really sure what that's all about, and it might be the full moon effect, but and let's make use of some of that, right? Oh, so just settle in. I'm going to sing for you a little bit. Maybe I'm not singing. Moon Aranyel Qui Amor that I knew when you Karalamani Ole Mandolo Alako Menchiro Konyu Mani So the message was, interesting how that got so serious. Your energy was really bubbly and bouncy, and then all of a sudden it just went boom. And whoever came through for you was like, nope, we need to settle this down. We need to untie the strings around your heart. So I'm not sure what heartstrings were being pulled and tugged on through the last few days, but this guide came through for you and wanted to remove those strings, those cords, those energy strings. So when we do that, gives us a bigger sense of freedom. You need to know that it could have been a person or it could have been a thing, but it doesn't matter really what it was. Those are dissolved. Your heart can be more relaxed. You can feel more at ease, more at peace, more calm. And from a space of calm, you can get better information about, whatever you're looking into. And I know that you're moving along on that path to being a shaman, right? So this is going to just take one more leap toward that. So very good. Thank you, Robert. Let's see. Tiffany says Goldie and Ninja. Love it. Yeah. I love how she names these too. She's got a whole bunch in her bedroom that I could never remember the names of. So let's see who's here. Veronica, would you like a message, ma'am? I love that you have a sunflower up. That's so cool. My mom's favorite flower were sunflowers because they watch the sun all day long. They move with the sun. And she always loved that. Hi, Kim. Nice to have you here. Yay. Let's see. I'm just going to go on, Veronica, because I assume if you're here, then you wanted a message. If you've asked me for a message before and I haven't given you one, please shout out. Let me know. Veronica, I don't know that I've ever given you a message before. I'm not sure, but I'm going to sing first. And we'll see what comes through. There's a lot of fairy energy for you, for one thing. They're wanting a more upbeat song. So, feel them dance. Near Danbridge town in the county down, one morning last July, down a pouring green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her two bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing elf, sure I shook myself, for to see I was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, sure I scratched my head, and I looked with a feeling rare. And I says I, to a passer-by, who's the maid with the nut brown hair? He smiled at me, and he says he, that's Gemma of Ireland's crown. Young Rose again from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. She had soft brown eyes and a look so shy, and a smile like the rose in June. And she sang so sweet, what a lovely treat, as she lilted an Irish tune. But the lamb must dance, I was in a trance, as she whirled with the lads of the town. And it broke my heart just to be apart from the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. At the harvest fair she'll surely be there, and I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, with my shoes shone bright and my hat cocked right, for a smile from a nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse and I'll yoke, till my plough turns a rust-colored brown, till my smiling bride by my own fireside is the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. So the message is to have more fun, Veronica. I don't know what your life is like, but allow that joy to come in and play with the fairies, because they want to play, they want to dance, they want to interact with you a lot more. They can help you be creative. So if people have been bugging you to be creative in different ways, or if you are creative and you need some inspiration, take the time to dance with the fairies a little bit, and your mind will open and you'll get that connection back. Oh, and the other thing is, don't forget to spread your wings. Pretty much everybody that I've seen has wings of some sort. Energetic wings. So allow those wings to unfurl, whatever they may look like, and, you know, shake them out, let them go. Know that that's your connection to the other side. So you can get your messages easier, you can get inspiration easier, you can get the connection that you need easier if you relax and shake out those wings. Think of that energetic connection, that energetic cord, or whatever you want to think of it as. I think of it as wings, but make sure that it's open and unfurled and ready to take in from the other side. So that I will leave you with. Thank you very much, Veronica. And let's see. Oh, thanks for the hugs and kisses. I love that. Hi, Samir. How are you? I almost said Sam and I got it mixed up. Yeah. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I like that song. I stutter very easily down here. That was one of the other things that I could tell you about. I did an energy session for someone who was deaf, and she reads lips. And do you think I could keep from stuttering that during that session? Oh my goodness. I put in all kinds of extra syllables that I just did not mean to. So I think it's all the energy in this room, really. I think I was more comfortable in the other room. But it is fun to have all this energy. So for those of you who didn't see, oh, good. Sam says, your enthusiasm is contagious. Thank God. For those of you who didn't see, I guess I will maybe show again without knocking anything over. I'm sitting with two different crystal skulls. The darker one is Ninja, and the lighter one is Goldie. And plus, you know, all that energy from the geode there, which is Anna and Ian. And Anna is the one that you can see full on. She's got a wedding ring. Marissa says in there. And then that table, geez, if I can do this right, that table is made out of another citrine geode. So all kinds of beautiful energy here. Plus all these fabulous bowls from their dad behind me. So it's a lot. I have, so when I travel around, I meet new people all the time, and all kinds of people invite me to stay with them. And it's a pretty equal energy exchange, I think, because people they have access to me, right? So if they need to know something and I know how to do it, I'm right there to help. If they need a reading, if they need a healing, if they need, you know, whatever they need, if they need their energy in their house amped up, I can do that. The first time I was in this house right here, I cleared it and it did not feel like it does now. And it has had an entire remodel. Someday, maybe next week, I will show you the countertops because they're stunning. But so anyway, I have a friend that lived in Tennessee, and she would invite me to stay a lot. And she had gone to all these different places and gathered loads and loads, and I mean truckloads of crystals. She would go to a dig and load her truck up, the back of her truck up with crystals, and take it to that house. And she put these huge crystals underneath her house. And that house, she also had a crystal store at one time. So she had all of these fantastic pieces on the inside of the house as well. And I am telling you, to be in that house, and a lot of it was rose quartz. So it was just absolutely amazing. And we're well, actually, I'm up in Bradenton, but Sarasota is very close, you know, with Siesta Key Beach being 97% crystal, quartz crystal. The energy is amped. And then we have a full moon. So if I keep stuttering, forgive me. Let's see. Robin's here. Hi, Robin. Oh, yay. I think I'm going to sing for a little bit. Oh, Madur Yino. My body does some interesting things sometimes when I'm singing. Hopefully you didn't have to hear that. So for someone here, the universe is building a pedestal for. So it looks like what happened for someone, and I'm not precisely sure who this is yet. Maybe they haven't joined the show yet. Maybe they're watching afterwards. So the energy feels like Leo to me. I don't know if anybody here listening is a Leo or not, but the energy feels like Leo because they at one time felt like they were up on a pedestal in their life, and then that pedestal crumbled. Now, Leos many times are up on a pedestal. That lion is up on a pedestal and the sun is shining down and they look all bright and shiny, but underneath there is insecurity. And so when we have our foundation built of insecurity, it kind of crumbles sometimes and we can teeter and fall, right? So don't worry about the tower moment where you fell. Let that go. Let it all drop off. Know that the universe has you and they're building you up a better foundation. This may be actually somebody who is Aquarius as well, because Saturn is about to move into Aquarius. I'm not sure what day that happens, but Saturn is going to help you. It's not easy, mind you, but Saturn is going to help you build a better foundation in your life. So try to roll with what happens in your world. Try to go with, roll with the punches, ride the roller coaster. Try to stay on the upper level of everything. Try not to let it get you down, because you are a very good person, whoever this is, and they want you to know that your guides want you to know that everything is happening the way it should. And you needed to fall so that you could build yourself back up with a better foundation. That is a cool thing. And I can tell you that from personal experiences, when Saturn moved into Capricorn, pardon me, but all hell broke loose, man. I got arrested 3 times in a year, and it was ridiculous. And one of the times was for an outstanding warrant that they dismissed right away. But oh gosh, it's just a ridiculous thing. One of my close friends actually said, Marcia, are you like Jekyll and Hyde? You're one way during the day and a spiritual leader during the day, and then all of a sudden you turn into this demon? And, and I said, no, I am not that way. But I had my rounds with that, and I had all kinds of stuff happen. And then I felt like I got to the bottom and started building everything back up like I knew it could be. And I can tell you right now that I know that I'm going to make things happen. I know that I am making things happen. I know that I'm making things happen in the way that my Saturn would want me to, right? So do know that that's all coming for you. And it's really coming from for everyone. It's a fantastic thing that is happening right now. So the astrology is looking really good for March, for moving people forward. So that's a really good thing. I love this. Excuse me again. Don't know what's happening. I do know that I already eat dinner. Maybe I don't. I guess I usually don't eat dinner before the shows. Goodness. So let's move on to another reading. Samir. I'm seeing dice rolling. And I'm seeing a 7 pop up, and I think that's a good thing in gambling, right? I believe so. I like that number. When a 4 and a 3 pop up, I like that. And that's what I'm seeing, a 4 and a 3. So, chances are good for you right now. I think the universe is blessing you with all kinds of different things right now. Things that you probably didn't expect. So, know that good things are coming. And when do we not say that, right? You're going to get a couple signs, maybe the 3 and the 4 on the dice, or even the dice, are signs for you that you can look for. Also a specific tree. I love trees. I love communing with trees, and I'm not sure what that's all about, but I bet it means something to you. So, let's see what they want me to sing for you. Shadows fell across the room as I lay down to rest. The storm is raging deep inside my head. I fell into a restless sleep of crazy change and dreams, and woke to find you standing by my bed. Clean your winds were blowing when you called me. First you spoke my name. Your voice was still the same. You beckoned me, and I arose to follow where you led. Out among the wild Clinia hills, the mountain mist had lent an eerie whiteness to the hills. The silver spider threadings caught my face. You darted through the bracken, leaving stardust in your wake. I knew you'd stop beside our sacred place. Clean your winds were blowing when you called me. First you spoke my name. Your voice was still the same. You beckoned me, and I arose to follow where you led. Out among the wild Clinia hills, you stopped upon the fairy hill beneath the hawthorn tree. I thought I heard a lonely banshee wail. You reached your hand toward me, and I reached to touch your face, but woke to find that you were just a dream. Clean your wings were glowing when you called me. First you spoke my name, your voice was still the same. You beckoned me, and I arose to follow where you led, out among the wild Clinia hills, out among the wild Clinia hills. Okay. Lots of work on your heart chakra, my dear. Or have you had lung or heart problems lately? I'm laughing because I just thought what Richard's saying. Food is cooking now and just listening. Awesome. Oh, Sam. Yeah, let me know if there's something going on in your chest, like hard for you to breathe, or because at first I couldn't get my breath and it felt like there was a lot of weight right here. So yeah, but that seems to have lifted as well. So good. Robin says, my mother has been around me all day. I've been seeing Mary everywhere. My mom's name. Oh, that's so cool. She was a Leo. Been going through junk. I never stay down. I always get back up. Yes, Robin. So maybe that reading was for you, but I love that it resonated. Sam, I do feel my heart chakra needs clearing. Okay. I've been clearing for some time. I think I got whacked. Oh, like maybe a little bit of psychic attack, or maybe an attachment of some sort, like an energy cord. Anyway, whatever it was, it feels gone now. I feel like your heart chakra is pretty clear, but if you know more, you can always reach out to me. Yep. Tiffany has the website up in the chat, and I believe it has my phone number right at the front. So that's the easiest way to set something up with me. You can also book right through the website, but it's easiest if you want like a different, something other than an hour. It's easiest just to text me. So some energetic. Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Yes, for the super sticker. That's awesome. Where shall we go from here? Robin's always, yes. I would imagine, Robin, that if I did your human design system, I would find the channel of joy in there, which is the one I have. And it makes it so that I am honestly laughing a lot of the day. I was accused of, well, not accused. I had a gal giving me readings a lot who said, you really can't, nobody can laugh that much. Nobody's really that happy. And I think you're laughing out of nervousness. And sometimes I was, yes. Sometimes I laugh because I don't want to speak my truth. So it's easier for me to laugh at ridiculousness than it is for me to actually stop and say, no, that's wrong. We have to do this differently. When I'm laughing on the show, for the most part, I would say it's an honest to God laughter, because I do so much enjoy doing this show, interacting with all of you. I love that I get to do this kind of work, that I get to do this healing for people. I just find it amazing. And when there are people that come on the show and send me love with a donation, that feels amazing. When you send me love just from your heart, that feels amazing. I just love the whole thing. I'm a performer, man. I love it. So when I'm laughing on this show, it's an honest to God laughter, and it comes right from my toes. So yay! Robin says, funny, I laugh a lot. I just laughed at a judge. Oh my gosh, I've done that too. Right there with you, sister. I also got really mad at a judge one day. Was really offended by what he said. Same year, by the way. This judge that I had to go in front of to get out of jail, he says, well, if you're such a powerful healer, why don't you heal the reason why you keep going to jail all the time? Took everything I had not to fire right back at him. Oh my goodness, I had so much to say that I nearly made my tongue bleed. I mean, when they took me in there, the cop that arrested me is asking me these questions, because you have to answer those questions before you can get admitted to the jail. So he says, are you now, or have you ever been homicidal? And I said, well, I don't like judges much. I don't appreciate cops. Don't like getting arrested. I hate jail. And he says, oh, and he kind of chuckles and he says, I'm going to put no. And I said, okay. So he says, or no, they started out with suicidal. And I said, well, I don't like going to jail. And he laughed a little and he says, okay, so I'm going to put down no. And I said, okay. So he asks about whether or not I'm homicidal. Are you now, or have you ever been homicidal? And I said, well, I don't like judges. And he laughed a little harder. And then I don't remember, he asked me something else. By the time I actually got the paperwork filled out, I had him actually laughing. And he was this older guy who I'm pretty sure had been through everything imaginable. But then the judge came along, and he and the bailiff were making fun of me. And rather than firing back at him, I was really proud of myself that I went back into the cell they had me in with 3 other women, one of which, or no, all of them were in there for drugs. Everybody except me were in there for drugs. So I was able to teach them a lot about how to get over their drug problems and how to make sure that they didn't get caught up in the system. And one of them actually got in touch with me after she got out to be a spiritual mentor for her. And I thought that was a win for me over the top of that damn judge. So that was my revenge. I like revenge served that way. Yeah. So let's see. I get it. Robin said she got in big trouble. Yeah. Hi, Linnell. Nice to have you here. Thank you for dropping in. That's awesome. Hi, Joyce. Greetings from Florida to Washington. Yay. Good to have everybody here. Let's see. Richard, I know that you're just listening, but dinner's good, Richard. Seems to make you happy. That's wonderful. Can't tell exactly what it is. Boy, I wish I had a sense of smell that good. Let's see what we got for you tonight, Richard. I'm just, they're doing some work with my hands on your head. And they're drawing, I don't know, can you see? Oh, I can move my hands up, I guess. They're hitting different points on your head. And also, I've felt some light language come through my fingers too. Gonna lift up a little bit because your neck need a little more space right there on the right side, it feels like. Pulling some stuff off of your shoulders. Yep. On down the legs. Push that stuff right out your feet. On down the legs. I am a poor, wayfaring stranger. I'm traveling through this world of woe, yet there's no sickness, toil, nor danger in that bright world to which I go. I'm going there to see my Father. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. Whew. So that song is a spiritual. Oh my God, it's 7:01. I guess I better sign off. I'm loving this though. I'm not sure what happened to, well, maybe, did we lose the connect? No, okay, good. Maybe there's more to the chat. Nope. All right, well, there she is. Tiffany's usually telling me to get off in her very sweet, wonderful way. I will leave you all with that. But thank you very much for joining the show. I hope everybody got the wonderful things that you needed out of it. I know all the singing does you absolutely a lot of good. And thank you so much for showing up with us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.